Yesterday President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump had the honor of hosting the 95th annual National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony in Wahington, D.C. They made a beautiful statement where they wished everybody in attendance a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. When they were done with the ceremonies, they turned to the Christmas tree and First Lady Melania flipped the switch. As thousands of lights on the Colorado blue spruce lit up behind them in what was described to be a magical moment. But since we all know First Lady Melania very well by now, we have grown to expect that her outfit was even more beautiful and magical than the tree. The dress was a stunning, joyous Christmas-colored jacket that matched her husband's tie. Let us compare what we see above to what we had just 11 short months ago. What in the world were Barack Hussein Obama and Michelle Obama thinking? Were they there to light the Christmas tree lights, or were they there to attend a funeral? All in black, like it's an event they mourn instead of one that brings joy to millions around the world. If you think about it, in a way the Obama did mourn Christmas. After all, it was under Obama's presidency that it became a sin to say Merry Christmas. In fact, Obama went as far as to forego the customary nativity scene at the White House altogether, in favor of having a holiday tree. What can we expect from a man named Barack Hussein Obama? The New York Times reports, Obama says U.S. could be seen as a Muslim country, too, Germany. As President Obama prepared to leave Washington to fly to the Middle East, he conducted several television and radio interviews at the White House to frame the goals for a 5-day trip, including the highly anticipated speech Thursday at Cairo University in Egypt. In an interview with Laura Haim on Canal+, a French television station, Mr. Obama noted that the United States also could be considered as one of the largest Muslim countries in the world. He sought to downplay the expectations of the speech, but he said he hoped the address would raise awareness about Muslims. Now, I think it's very important to understand that one speech is not going to solve all the problems in the Middle East, Mr. Obama said. And so I think expectations should be somewhat modest. He previewed several themes and objectives for the speech, which aides said the president intended to tinker with, and rewrite, aboard Air Force One during his 12-hour flight to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. What I want to do is to create a better dialogue so that the Muslim world understands more effectively how the United States, but also how the West thinks about many of these difficult issues like terrorism, like democracy, to discuss the framework for what's happened in Iraq and Afghanistan and our outreach to Iran, and also how we view the prospects for peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians, Mr. Obama said. The president said the United States and other parts of the Western world have to educate ourselves more effectively on Islam. And one of the points I want to make is that if you actually took the number of Muslim Americans, we'd be one of the largest Muslim countries in the world, Mr. Obama said. And so there's got to be a better dialogue and a better understanding between the two peoples. The speech on Thursday has many intended audiences, but among them are the young people in Cairo and beyond. I think the most important thing I want to tell young people is that, regardless of your faith, those who build as opposed to those who destroy, I think, leave a lasting legacy, not only for themselves but also for their nations, Mr. Obama said. And the impulse towards destruction as opposed to how can we study science and mathematics and restore the incredible scientific and knowledge, the output that came about during centuries of Islamic culture. The president is flying Air Force One directly from Washington to Riyadh. The White House press corps, traveling on a chartered United 767, is refueling in Germany. Yes, Obama even went as far as comparing our great nation to the cesspools in the Middle East. The places where they kill gays for being gay and where women are treated like cattle. What were fellow Americans thinking when they chose this man? Today we have a president that embodies everything that is America, and all the American left is trying to do is remove him from power. He knows business and knows how to get people back to work. And most of us, at least those of us on the right, are more than happy with that. Please share if you are proud of President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.